Say hello. There it is. How you guys doing? You guys good? Awesome. Thank you so much for coming out and supporting live comedy, especially these graduates that are going to be performing tonight. How many of you here for the graduates? They have worked so hard for 8 weeks. Some of them have worked so hard. No, they've been awesome. They took this class 8 weeks ago, and let me tell you right now, when they first started, I knew that they were going to have a blast. I could not wait until this show, the different personalities that were coming out, and I was like, oh, I can't wait to see what material they come up with. You guys are going to have a good time. Now, there are rules. Number one, you have to applaud and laugh loudly. We good with that? Awesome, awesome. Number two, please no videotaping of any kind. We are videotaping for them. We are recording for them, but I want to make sure that they're in control of their material. There are some times that we get some very enthusiastic family and friends, and they record it and they instantly put it on Instagram or Facebook. And I've actually had some students get really upset about that. So I record it for them, they'll put it up there, good. But you can take as many pictures as you want, just don't use the flash. All right, take as many pictures as you want, just don't use the flash. And the reason we do that is because in comedy, there's something called the light. And the light means, okay, I'm only doing 6 minutes of comedy, please light me at 5 minutes, and that looks like this. So they get a light, you know, they get the actual light on the side. So if you're taking pictures and they see that light, that flash, they're going to go, oh, I got to stop, bye. So we don't want to do that. So make sure that you take as many pictures as you want and tag SAK Comedy Lab in the pictures if you post those everywhere. Also, since this is a graduation show, they are getting graded by you. Yeah. So if you look under your seats, there's a scorecard. You guys are easy. I can't believe you fell for that, guys. They've already passed. Their check cleared. They passed. Actually, they graduated just showing up here. Was their graduation. Give them a big round of applause for just being here. You guys know what the #1 phobia is on the planet? Public speaking. That's right. #1 phobia on the planet is public speaking, and they paid to do it. That's dumb. But if you'd like to, do that as well, our next class is going to be starting January 9th. It is an 8-week course. First 4 weeks, we do lessons, we do writing, we do all kinds of exercises, kind of teach you more about stand-up, and then the last 4 weeks, we work on your 5-minute set. And that's what they are doing, and I cannot wait. We have some, as well as our graduates, we do have some professional comedians, and some friends of mine that are coming out. We have a couple of guest spots, and then closing out the show will be a good friend of mine, Mr. Chris Ray. Give it up for Chris Ray. And without further ado, we'll get the show officially started. This guy who's going to be hosting for you for the entire night, I think he took my first class.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, you did. What are you doing over there? You got to work. All right, so he took my first class like 5 years ago-ish, 4 or 5 years ago, and now he's out doing comedy all over the place. I'm very proud of this guy. Please give a warm welcome to Chief!
Oh, good evening, good evening. How are we doing tonight? One more time for the man that made all this possible, Ollie Flores. All right. As Ollie did point out, I am a former graduate of his, and it's a lot different now because y'all can say damn, apparently. There's going to be a lot of language. We couldn't even say damn back then when it first started. How many people have come out to SAKs before? Awesome, very good. Well, my name is Chief, and I'm a snake handler. Now, by a round of applause, how many people here like snakes? All right, it's hard to see, but I'm going to guess white, 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 white. Usually there's a pattern there. I am a professional snake handler, and I've been dealing with snakes for many, many years. Actually, I've been doing snake shows throughout Florida for over 35 years. So if you grew up here in Florida, there's a very good chance you saw me doing a show. Now, keeping in mind, I try to keep it family friendly. I want to keep it all family friendly. So are there any minors in the audience? Any minors that could stay 500 feet from the stage? I'd appreciate that. Sick bastard over there. Okay, he got that. Just getting a little temperature for the room. That's good. That's good. A lot of people look at it like, oh, you're a snake handler. You're one of those people. And they assume things about us, right? They look at you like, oh, how many tattoos do you have? Huh? How many piercings do you have? Matter of fact, where are those piercings? When's the last time you rotated the tires on your house? These are things that they talk about. That's a delayed one. Some of y'all are still thinking about that going, damn. I did say that joke in Daytona and I offended like 80% of the room there. It was crazy. They were cussing and yelling, and out of the front row I got one set of good teeth. It was weird. Oh, some people are from Daytona. All right, very good. People look at me like, you know, snake handler, you're one of those people. Have you ever been bit? Yes, I have been bit by snakes. Now I will tell you this. We all have secrets. You have secrets, I have secrets. We have secrets we don't even know we have. 12 years ago, my 11-foot Burmese python bit my right hand. Ladies and gentlemen, my 11-foot Burmese python bit my right hand and a noise shot out of my body. Ladies and gentlemen, before I realized it, a noise shot out of my body. Richard Simmons shot out of my body. Now, you younger people that don't know who Richard Simmons is, that's worth a Google. For you that laugh, you're old. I'm going to tell you that right now. I was running around the room sweating to the oldies. It was crazy that night. It was weird. So I tried Grindr for the first time. So, don't judge me. It's 2021. Now, prior to that, have I ever been bit by a venomous snake? Yes. Yes, I have. And that was probably my last venomous bite was about 20 years ago. And that was a coral snake. And it bit me on my thumb. And a noise shot out of my body. Richard Pryor shot out of my body. And because it is 2021, I can't even repeat those words. Matter of fact, I can't even repeat the title of his album covers. No. This guy gets it. It's a little weird, interesting and stuff. I want to share something with you, a personal thing here. Anybody take Ambien? Anybody know what Ambien is? For those that know what Ambien is, or for those actually that don't, it's a controlled sleep medication, if you will. Imagine, if you will, going out late at night for drinks with Bill Cosby. Too soon? Maybe a private audition with Harvey Weinstein. Well, we'll talk about Epstein. No, we'll just let that one hang in the back there. Sick bastards. Well, I'll tell you this. It's weird, because Ambien, it is a weird thing. We had Hurricane Irma. We just finished up a hurricane season. So Hurricane Irma was back in 2018. And I've been taking Ambien for many, many years. So I was off of it for a while. And then Irma hit. So I've been on Ambien for the last 2-3 years. But I realized I had a problem with Ambien. I'd wake up in the morning, slippers are by the bed, walk down the hallway, look into the bathroom, everything's clean, it smells like bleach, the kitty litter's changed, all that stuff. Keep walking down the hallway, the clothes are folded up on the dryer. Walk into the kitchen, dishes are put away, looks all nice. I get into the living room, and folks, that's when I realize I have a problem with Ambien. I don't own a cat. This isn't my house. Whose nightgown am I wearing? What the hell is going on? It was weird. It was weird. And I will tell you this, I had some crazy dreams with Ambien. I started thinking about what would happen if our former president, Donald Trump, happened to be a preacher. What would that sound like? Folks, I want to tell you something. First of all, this is an incredible audience. There's like 8 million unbelievable people here, folks. Unbelievable. I'm going to tell you this. There was this guy who used to walk on water, had long hair, a hipster. He only had 12 followers. I personally have 12 million. Come on, folks, come on. His name used to be Jesus. He changed it to Jesus because he knew I'd deported. This is true, folks. This is true. On the 3rd day, he rose from the dead. I personally could have done it in 2. God. It wasn't the Catholics or the Jews that killed him. Folks, it was Obamacare. That's what I'm going to tell folks. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Chief, and I hope you guys are going to have a wonderful time tonight. What I want to do is bring out our first guest comic tonight. Coming all the way from the back of the stage is Marvin Izquierdo.
Keep it going for Chief and all the graduates for tonight, huh? Woo. Based on the demographic here, I see Ali invited me over because they needed to fill the Puerto Rican quota. How y'all doing tonight, though, man? Thank you for being out here on a Monday, man. That's beautiful, man. Let me hear. Y'all some real Floridians here? Where the real Floridians at? Let me hear you guys. Oh, that's what's up, man. Let me talk to y'all real quick, though. Let me talk to you guys real quick. You guys got some crazy animals out here, man. Like, I don't mean like gators and stuff. You guys got these big ass birds. You know, these great flamingos. You know, what are they called? What do you?
Hill cranes.
Them pterodactyls. They disrespectful. They disrespectful. Like on my way over here, I had to stop my car to let them cross the street because I found out it's illegal if you hit them. And they just taking their time, just. I rolled down my window, I'm like, hurry up and move! One of them just stopped and looked at me, was... I didn't know what that mean, man. I rolled up my window and just looked at my wife. I was like, if there's anything I learned in the ghetto, you don't mess around in the neighborhood that's not yours. Oh, man. I am happy to be here tonight, though, man. I am happy to be here. Tonight's the night with me and my wife. We do this thing called Netflix and chill. Y'all heard of that? Where she watches Netflix and I have to go chill somewhere else. She hit me with a new one today. She was like, I got Hulu, boo. I am married though. I am married. I love my wife. I have to. She makes more money than me. I realize I'm the housewife. I noticed this the other night when I was ironing her work clothes, right? Which is messed up because she worked from home. Oh man, I love her though, man. I love her. We've been together for 10 years, but I've seen how much like our relationship has progressed throughout the years. You know, like she's one of those people that like to pick food off my plate. Ooh, I hate that. Ooh, I hate that. And then I found out she don't like spicy food. All I do now is eat spicy food. I ain't gonna lie to you, my ass has been burning for a couple of years though. We don't have any kids together, but I want us to have a child because I want to know what the race of my baby going to turn out to be. I say race because I'm Puerto Rican and my wife is Honduran. So if you use your mixed race calculator, Puerto Rico plus Honduras equals Mexican. Cuban if you carry the 1. You guys think I'm joking, but that mixed race calculator is for real, man. Like if you get a Chinese person and a Jamaican, you get a Filipino. If you get a Venezuelan and an African, that's a Haitian. If you get a Colombian and a Cuban, that's just a very serious cokehead in front of you. I'm just letting you know that right now. Just be wary of them. I'm a very antisocial person. I'm a very antisocial person. And it's weird too, you know. I speak 2 languages, but it's just to nobody. Like a Spanish person comes up to me asking for directions, and I'm just looking at them like, I don't speak Spanish, bro. White dude come up to me asking for direction. I'm like, disculpa, señor, no hablo inglés. I don't work when they speak both languages, though, man. This one dude came up to me and was like, excuse me, how do I get to Fifth Avenue? I'm like, no hablo inglés. He's like, permiso. ¿Cómo llego a la Quinta Avenida? I got mad as hell, man. I answered him in sign language. Sent them the wrong direction. Very antisocial. I'm like that in a work environment too, man. I'm like that in a work environment too. Like I hate the whole process, like of the work cycle. Like job interviews. They ask you the most stupidest questions I wish I can answer honestly. Like they ask you questions like, where do you see yourself in 5 years? I don't know, man. Probably in front of somebody else asking me where do I see myself in 5 years. They're like, why do I want to work for this company? I'm like, because TikTok ain't make me famous yet. Like, I'm trying. You know? They're asking if I have references. I don't know if I got references from a job I just left, but I got 2 friends and a cousin waiting for your phone call. Because friends are only good for 2 things when you're looking for a job. Pretending to be a reference and help you pass a drug test. That's it. Oh, man. You guys having a good time so far? Cool, man, because I believe that we were all brought here together because of divine intervention. I believe divine intervention is real, and let me explain to you why. Before me and my wife got together, we went to the same high schools. She graduated and went to college. I dropped out and was bootlegging DVDs. Complete different career paths. Years down the line when we got together, she said, baby, I got some movies for us to watch. So I start going through the movies and I start seeing my handwriting in it. I'm like, yo, wait a minute. Where'd you get these from? These are my bootlegs. Like, I've never sold these to you before. Like, where'd you get these from? Apparently, before me and her got together, I used to sell bootlegs to her ex-boyfriend. Divine intervention, right? And if you're still a non-believer, then at least believe on how much of a hustler I am. Because not only did I get that man's money, I got his girl and my DVDs back. I'm a hustler, baby. You guys, my name is Marvin, man. Enjoy the rest of the show.
Oh, welcome, welcome. Y'all like to sit here? Que me asiento, por favor, aquí. Marvin taught me that. Esto es muy cansado y mucho trabajo. Oye. One more time for Marvin! Alright, coming to the stage. I've known this guy for about 8.5 minutes now in the back room there. Coming to the stage, let's give it up for Eric Feeling! Eric!
What's up? What's up? I like saying that. I'm just hoping I'm only black comment or something. I haven't seen the rest of them. Little something about myself. I donate a lot to charity. But charity is a stage name, so money's still going towards a great cause. Another fun fact about me is I have a cat. People think that's weird, you know. One of my friends is like, you should get an animal. I'm like, okay. But I went to like the pound or whatnot, and the person was like, oh, the pit bull's over there. I'm like, no, come here for a second. I'm like, I would, where's the cats? So I had this cat for a couple of years, but it's weird. My friends come over because it depends on who comes over, and so how they receive this, you know. My black friends come over, and one of them was like, you have a cat? You do voodoo? I'm like, no. He's like, why do you have a cat? I'm actually my friend. Why would I have a cat? I don't know. My white friend comes over. It's weird because we've known each other for over 20 years. So we're comfortable with each other. You know, say what you want to say at this point. So he comes over. He doesn't even see my cat. He just sees the food bowl. He goes, oh Eric, you have a cat? I'm like, yes, Timothy. White friends get called by their full name, by the way. So he just sees the food bowl and so he's like, oh, what kind of cat is it? Like it's a black cat named Harley. He goes, black cat? Is she in the government assistance like WIC or food stamps? Like, no, you a-hole. She's a cat. But she does have bad credit. That's not my fault. She can't control everything. Oh boy, yeah. So another fun fact is I love living in Orlando because I used to get invited to all the college parties and stuff. I feel like I'm too old for it now, but I used to love it back in the day. Because I remember going to a party, dude passed out on the couch, and everybody was like, let's draw penises on him. And some girls like, ooh, but I'm drawing from memory, not me first. Well, we all taking turns and drawing this guy's face, and you know, I'm not an artiste or nothing. So what I had to do is I had to take mine out and trace around it. And it came out great. Still more time coloring in more than anything. Love the holidays because I get to go see my family. My brother, it's like, you know, we have some biracial nieces and nephews, so it's great to see them say the N-word while they white mom get to watch. So, like, you know, we in the car, like, sing along if you know the words. She's like, oh, it must be nice. Been together with your father for 25 years. And that's what we feel about it. You know, you can tell when it's been, you know, it's practice. Because I play a lot of games on the internet, so I was like, oh, you listen to a lot of rap music. Oh, it's just like, oh, that's been handed down for generations. I can tell the difference. You know how to roll your R's really well. Hey, that's because some dude was with me in this game on the internet, like, you know what? I'm gonna just get myself a better computer. I still gotta ask one to just look better. Can't solve everything. But my brother married a white woman because he's successful, and that's what happens. When I first met her, it was crazy because she was like, I met your brother in the black market. I'm like, don't say stuff like that. Like, you know, you're trying to be cute about this. I get it though, you know. I mean, love is love, you know. His big lips, you know. Well, small lips. Whenever they kiss, like a pigeon eating a piece of bread. You know? That was, to be honest, that was more jealousy than racism. But it was racist. No, that's cute though. I love it because one of my friends, I've been, you know, none of my good friends have to invite me over. He's like, you know, Eric, just come on over, I'll invite you snacks. I'm like, sure thing, Nicholas. You know, just give me a time and a place. And I roll through. I come over there, I didn't realize this. They had a cheese plate. I'm like, what is this? This is it? I walk over, it's just a plate of cheeses, and this isn't bad. Oh, they have some meats as well. It was okay. Oh, they have grapes. I'm like, you know, I learned this right here. You eat the grape so it cleans your palate so you can have another piece of cheese. I want y'all to be like, he's right. So I thought at some point I'd be like, get him! He's lying to us. Now I invited Nicholas over to my house. You know, I had a cheese plate laid off of him, of course. You know, he said, this cheese tastes different. What kind of cheese is this, Eric? I said, government. It's the only one I know. All right, folks, that's my time. Peace out.
All right, one more time for our black comic. I'm sorry, Eric Felix. One more time. That was awesome. Anybody else do the government cheese? Just us? Just us? Me too? No? Okay. All right, ladies and gentlemen, what I want to do is we're going to switch a little bit. Now, we are done with our guest spot comics and what you guys were brought here for tonight to support your local graduating class. The first comic to get on stage tonight and cross over that fine line. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give it up for Steve Neves.
How's everyone doing tonight? Good, the mic works, that's amazing. I know what you're thinking. This is what you probably get when you're raised military. Yeah, I know. I'm thinking it too. I was raised in a military family, raised on base. I have a really strong opinion about something. I kind of feel like anyone who has been in a family that has a military parental unit should probably just be stacking vouchers for therapy later. Yeah, you have some idea about it apparently. You tend to develop a lot of really weird things. One of mine would be I made some rough decisions as a kid. A lot of them are pretty permanent. Yeah, this already feels like therapy already. I'm already cringing and I'm anxious. That's fantastic. I make eye contact with these lights. Yeah. One of my great decisions as a kid was I decided I wanted to have a secret pet. Wow. Yeah, thanks. I think you've heard this one before. I appreciate it though. Anyone have any clue what pet I wanted? I can't point at you. Lizard snake. All right, it was a puppy, but you guys are exotic. So I wanted a secret pet. I wanted a puppy. I wanted to have secret adventures. I wanted to have like a secret little tree house or something. I don't know, man. I just wanted a secret pet. And it really didn't go as planned, and I'll tell you why. I went down to this place called Roy's Pet Supply. And I put my money on the counter, and I was like, Roy, I would like your coolest puppy. And Roy looked at a little stack of money that I didn't have and said, I mean, he's a salesman, right? You know, his name's on the building. So he said, have you ever considered getting a tarantula? That was, yeah. No, Roy, I really haven't. That would be irresponsible, is what I should have said. What I said was, hell yeah, I love spiders. And before I realized I got hustled by Roy, I'm halfway home with a spider in a bag. And I didn't really think it through. I didn't think through puppy either. But I really didn't think this through. And I got him home. I put him in a shoebox in my closet. And I chose an appropriate name, which was Joe. If you overheard a 12-year-old talking about Joe who lives in his closet, you're going to think he's making shit up. You're not going to think he has a secret spider, and I should tell his mom. Maybe. Joe's kind of iffy now I think about it. Yeah. Anyway, so after buying, I should have done this before, but after buying a tarantula, I should have, I'm just going to share science facts I learned about spiders immediately. First off, apparently they're exclusively carnivorous, which, to those who don't know, means they eat living things. You should probably know that before buying a spider, but, you know, smart kid. Secondly, there are 3 different sizes. I didn't know this either. First category, the smallest, would be the itsy-bitsy spiders. You've heard of these. They live in water spouts. They are not huge fans of rain. The other 2 categories are more concerning. There's the oh no and the fuck no spider. Roy sold me, a child, a secret fuck no spider that I kept in my closet and named Joe. I learned some more unsettling things later, namely after a couple weeks of feeding him live crickets and whatnot, you know, kind of losing interest in that. I learned that they also eat baby mice. Yeah, I should have known that. Now, I'm a 12-year-old boy, so that was awesome, and I bought a baby mouse, not as a pet for my spider, like to eat. I gave him the life is confusing. So anyway, I got home with my little secret pet. And I went up to my closet, I opened up the closet, and my mom wasn't home, and I brought the bag out, and I got this little mouse out, and I got my younger brother, older brother's here, my younger brother came in, and he saw what I was doing. It gets worse. Stay tuned. So I held out, I was kind of frozen. He had walked in midway through something. He had interrupted more important things previously. It's fine. You guys are weird. That didn't sound too great. That's awesome. Anyway, so I'm sitting there holding this mouse out to my closet, and my brother is sitting there, and I can see the little gears start working. Right? He's processing something, and suddenly he figures it out, and all of a sudden he is Mahatma fucking Gandhi. He is Malcolm X. He is all about this. He is putting his little body in between me and the closet because he sees this animal as Stuart Little. It gets worse. But yeah, he does, and that's a bond you have as a kid. Anyway, so naturally, being the older brother with the superior command of logic, I decided to give in because there's no way that this is going to go away before the candlelight vigil. And my mom will be home in a couple hours. So I take his hand and we head right back down to Roy's Pet Supply, and we get there and he's feeling better, and we talk to Roy, and Roy's understanding, and we can just exchange it back for whatever the rodent to cricket exchange ratio is for that day. And I hand him a little bag of I hand him a bag of baby mouse, and he gives me the keys, and I go get crickets, and we're on our way out. And we look over, and Roy has a crowd, which is awesome because Roy is also a showman. That's why his name was building, like I said. And I'm enraptured already. I drag my brother up, and we get front row seats. We squeeze in and watch, and he has his hands in this cage, right? He's just moving around quickly, and he's like a magic show. He's doing something. I don't know what's going to happen. I'm hoping for some sort of exotic pet that I can get to give to my spider or something. I don't know. I'm just amped. And He brings his hand out and turns it over, and it's Stuart Little. Yeah, which is a really good trick. It's just not the end of the trick, because suddenly Stuart Little just disappears, and he's replaced with a like David Copperfield style like puff of sand and blood. If David Copperfield had sand or blood in any of the stuff, it's a bad analogy. I'll let it ride. Yeah. And what's standing in its place is, I'm not a lizardologist, it's a fuck no lizard. And it's chewing. Now, my little brother looks up at me and he's losing his mind, or about to, and I'm, you know, I can't recall if he was screaming, because I was. Yeah, so, and that's why I kind of feel like we should have vouchers for therapy, and that's all I got.
One more time for Jason Momoa, Steve Bentley. You know damn well I'm not the only one thinking that. It looked like if Aquaman and Predator had a baby. That's what that would be. That is weird. I was listening to his set. That is weird. At 12 years old, he was so progressive that he even had a pet that was in the closet. That's weird. That's weird. I was listening. All right, ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, your next graduating comic coming up to the stage is Ish.
Hey, SAK. Wow, it's so great to be here tonight. Thank you again, Chief. Another hand for Chief. Oh my God, what a good-looking crowd. Clearly, I'm rocking the body that butter built, so I'm feeling a little out of place right now. Anybody here from New York? I'm from New York. Woo! Whoa, where are you from? Over here.
New York City.
All right, me too, New York City. What about over here?
City.
City also, me too. Anybody else?
Long Island.
Long Island, me too. What do you got? Astoria. Astoria, me too. Well, I grew up homeless, so I'm kind of from all over. My mom is a former Catholic nun. She left the order, and she had 5 kids with 5 different men. Number 5. Growing up in our knot house, ADD had a bit of a different meaning. It meant all different dads. Another fun fact about me is I'm an alcoholic. And I usually have a hard time getting up in front of a crowd like this and not saying, hi, my name is Ish and I'm an alcoholic, and there I just did it again. So maybe make me feel more comfortable, gather your chairs in a circle, we can all share our feelings. That's okay. Oh really, I am an alcoholic. I do have 14 months sober tonight. Thank you. I don't deserve that. I've got many more years drunk. So I started going to 12-step meetings. And when you go to the meetings, they tell you to find a sponsor. And your sponsor is the person who has what you want. And my sponsor is a blonde tennis pro from suburban Georgia. So apparently I have to dye my hair blonde, move to Georgia, and she's going to teach me how to play tennis, so I think I'm really rocking that program right now. Yeah, so in a meeting, and there's usually a topic that comes up. And with that topic, you're supposed to share. So it's on Zoom now. I'm really not paying attention. I'm watching some TV, on my computer, doing some other stuff. And it rolls around to me to share. And all I kind of heard was dreams. All right, well, I'll tell you about my most recent dream was that I was riding a pink unicorn over a rainbow and eating a ham sandwich, which was weird because I'm a vegetarian. And then the next person shares, and she shares that she dreams of getting her GED. The next guy shares, says he dreams of learning a trade, maybe construction. Oh crap, hopes and dreams. It was hopes and dreams. Now everybody in that meeting thinks I relapsed, had to find a new meaning. So I got a neighbor, and my neighbor thinks that all of a sudden I am fit to give advice, and I'm not. So he comes to me and he's like, you know, you work in a great program, you seem like you're doing really well. You know, maybe you can help me out. I hate my wife, I hate my kids, I hate my job. What should I do? I said, first step is don't ask your alcoholic neighbor for advice. Because I don't really have many pearls of wisdom for you. They're more like cubic zirconias of wisdom. But, you know, I did say to him, well, have you tried drinking? Give it 6 months, none of those things are going to be a problem. So I started venturing out again, and now I'm going to things that I used to go do totally drunk. I'm doing them sober. And I went to a football game. And at football, you tailgate, and at tailgate they play beer pong. So some guy comes up to me, he's like, hey, you know, be my beer pong partner. So this is a crucial moment for an alcoholic. Do you step out of your anonymity? Do you tell somebody that you're an alcoholic, or do you just kind of go along and play beer pong? The thing is, alcoholism is a real disease. If he was going to be playing Jenga, he's not asking Michael J. Fox to come and play. Got another friend, clearly does not think that he's an alcoholic, but clearly I think he is. His argument is that overeating is worse than drinking too much. Like, yeah, okay, all right, sure. I can't tell you how many times friends tell me Dad comes home after too many sandwiches and he's just an asshole. Oh my God, Mom, Dad's got the patty melts again. Go to your room. It'll be okay. I'll take care of it this time. Come home, find Dad going down on the mailman because he's got an extra Firehouse sub coupon. So that's just about my time. I would give anybody here a ride home as a designated driver. However, the local authorities have not seen fit to restore my driving privileges. So if anybody here can offer me a ride home, I do have a Firehouse sub coupon in it for you. That's my time. My name is Ish. Thanks.
One more time for Ish! That is where I realized while she was talking, or while she was doing her set, I realized I've met her before. She used to be my neighbor. I was telling her about my wife and kids. Too soon? Too soon? Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm glad you guys are having fun. Our next comic coming to the stage is Conan Ori!
What's up, guys? My name's Conan Ori. I actually just graduated preschool. No, I'm 14, and admittedly, like, kids my age are very weird. Like, very weird. Like, I've heard, like, stories from when you guys were kids, like, oh, we didn't wear helmets or, like, seatbelts or something like that. Kids my age just really want to encourage each other to eat Tide Pods. And it works. Like, there's so many challenges, right, like, that my generation has that aren't really challenges, they're just, like, illegal. Have you guys ever heard of TikTok? Well, like most things advertised for children these days, it's a dark place. Yeah, and there's this thing called the Devious Lick Challenge. It already sounds stupid. It's basically where you steal recognizable stuff from your local public school and then show it off on TikTok. That's not illegal, that's just theft. Like that's just, like, imagine a guy robbing a bank and he goes to Instagram Live, like, guess what I just did? Like, that's not, right? Like, but yeah. Like, one time I was walking to the bathroom during class, and I walked in, there's this kid named Donnie. Now, Donnie is not a kid you ever want to have a conversation with. Donnie is like if a flamingo sold Xanax. I walked in, and I was already scared, because, you know, Donnie, right? And I walked in, he was like, hey, yo, Conan, I just got the most devious lick. And I didn't know what the devious lick was at the time, so I was terrified. And I kid you not, he pulls out this whole ass hand towel dispenser. And I came to the terrifying realization that that was the exact same hand towel dispenser that is supposed to be right next to me. And I was just absolutely baffled, and then he's just like, you want to see what else I got? And being the smart, responsible man that I am, I was like, Yes, absolutely I do. But I'm not going to tell you what he showed me next, but what I will say is I've never wanted to go to math class that bad in my life. Yeah, kids my age have a very fast access to like media, you know, like, which is a problem because the media can say whatever they want. And so when my doctor told me I had narcolepsy, I was just like, well, I've never passed out in my life. And he was like, that's not how that works. I'm like, I'm pretty sure that's how that works. And my dad was like, please stop talking. And he was like, so you've never passed out in your life? I was like, yeah. Except for last week, what happened last week. Don't worry about it, listen. Alright, thank you guys so much.
This is so awkward and weird. I feel like we're close enough. I didn't realize it was 14 when I offered him candy in the back. I apologize. The candy is still in the van in the back alley. Tony, go ahead and grab that. I've got the hand sanitizer wipe, so it's all good. Too soon? What the hell? Wow, y'all are like this. Y'all are like an Oprah Winfrey diet. All right, ladies and gentlemen, next, coming to Oprah Winfrey diet. See, that goes left. We'll wait. We'll wait. Okay. So coming to the stage, your next scientist of the night is David Nagel.
Come on, young ladies, they want me. 1 to the 3, 3, 7, I'ma lead.
Hello, everyone. Let's give Conan a big hand. Conan the baby. He did really well. So I'd like to thank SAK. I'd like to thank Ali and Chief for hosting. And I'm Dave Tweed. Yeah, I think you said my name wrong.
Yeah, Dave Tweed.
That's all right. Thank you, Chief. That's why you're the Chief. I am a laser biophysicist, and these are dangerous times to come out as a scientist. Half the world hates science. Tony Fauci receiving death threats every day. Big Bang Theory and reruns. I think I need a disguise. No more calculator watches, no more half untucked shirts, no more sneering down at the public. I gotta hide the fact that I'm a scientist. So I have this condition, and I have a difficulty making eye contact. So yeah, I just learned about this condition, and I constructed these to help me. Problem solved. I can look all of you in the eye. So I first learned about my condition during a very serious moment, speed dating. Normally I would just go to bars and I would carefully just hand out my pickup lines on business cards. And the women would read them because I didn't want to talk to them. So to that, this is a demonstration of some of my pickup line cards, and if any of these work, let me know. Yes, I am excited to see you, but that is just a big invention in my patents. I'm nearing 20, so my legal briefs are exploding. I'm not much of a gamer, but this next one, you know, nice asteroids. Can I play around? Maybe a little creepy. You're bad, baby. Very bad. For superconductors. Hotter than room temperature. Now, ladies, if any of you get this joke, please find me. I added these last two this year. You can't spell quarantine without U-R-A-Q-D. And you know, virus wouldn't be a virus if it weren't for you and I. Hey, since COVID hasn't taken you out, may I? So anyway, back to my condition, speed dating. So I'm into speed dating, and I sit down before this beautiful woman. I mean, it's this woman with a beautiful Southern Belle accent, and she's going on about celebrities and shopping and ass boogers, and that last one might need explaining. So I wasn't really listening, and she noticed. Why aren't you looking at me? Do you have ass boogers? I'm like, I have what in my ass? I'm looking for a Kleenex, but I'm not sure whether to wipe my nose or blow my ass. No, silly. The syndrome. Ass boogers. Oh, Asperger's syndrome. Yeah, I have a condition, but it's not Asperger's, honey. It's just that I can't look at ugly people. So this is my condition, but you know, I think I'm safe here, so I'm going to take these off now. Besides, the lights are blinding me, so I can't see you anyway. So I did get a date, and she was a scientist. We went to a restaurant. We're both very shy and nervous, and we wear our masks happily because neither one of us want to talk. And we go all night in a not staring contest, and both won. And then I never heard from her again. I thought the day went really well. But I went back and I just went back to the lab and I kept working. So I'm wearing my favorite lab coat tonight. Here's the obligatory ink stain. Here's where the laser scorched and drew blood. And down here is the radioactive isotope spill, where my left nut used to be. It's okay. It's okay. I'm all right now. I shrunk my lab coat, though. You know, I'm tall, and when I was growing up, my pants were always too short for me, so the kids would make fun. Bloods! Well, in the lab, Dr. Snubweiser calls my coat climate change. The rest of the guys, we call each other jocks. Really. Laser jocks. Femtosecond laser jocks. Of course, when we throw around words like femtosecond in public, we still get the shit beat out of us by the football jocks. Well, that's my material, and oh, by the way, ladies, if you're gonna meet me afterwards, please be a cannibal. Most women are zombies. They just want me for my brain. I'm Dave.
I'm a big bag out there with the bow. She got a big bed, never drop low. Mama called me and she happy with the glow.
One more time for Bill Nye the Science Guy. David Nedler, David Tweed. All I know he's a nerd and I want to punch him. I just listening to the material back there, my jock came out and I just want to like punch him in the face. You guys having a good time? Or as your instructor taught me a long time ago, I'm going to punch you in the throat. First time I ever heard that phrase was him telling me that years ago. It's weird, it was weird. We're okay now. All right, ladies and gentlemen, coming to the stage, Dr. West!
Good evening, my friends. Thank you so much for coming to our place for graduation. You know, isn't it a fantastic class? It shows that you can learn stand-up in any age. Canon is 14, I am 72, for God's sake. I am Wes Raki, a medical doctor, and I use humor as medicine, and I have Christmas gift for you. And it is prescription. It is prescription which you don't need to go to pharmacy. Actually, we'll try out together in this very room. Are you interested? Fantastic. So the prescription is for the use of humor and laughter like a condom. Yeah, yes, I said laughter like a condom. I did not say laughter instead of condom. Yes, actually, this may explain that some of us are alive now when our parents made that mistake of using laughter. And how do you know that you are from that litter? Do you happen to laugh sometime for no reason? You see, that may be the reason. So the humor-made condom, we call this Hue condom, because it has to be huge, because it has to cover all sizes, all genders. And actually, it's very important because the regular rubber protects you from pregnancy, right? The Hue condom protects you from being impregnated with a gloom and doom on the news, right? And and that is a big deal because our body cannot tell whether the news is real or fake. It reacts the same way to negativity with the stress. And if it happens over and over again, well, we get sick. So next time when you sit down to watch the evening news, remember Hue condom. And now there is instruction. Yeah, I promise you instruction, right? So in the privacy of your seat, you follow the instruction, okay? It's important because if you use this wrong, the consequences are funny. So there are two ways of putting the Hue condom on. One is from you just step on it and pull it up like this, and that is easier. The problem is that in the end you end up like hopping like the children SAK races, right? Not that SAK, the children SAK races. And actually, if you see on the street people walking funny, right? These are the people who put their condoms this way, right? So the other way, better way, is to take the Hue condom and pull it from above down, snugly down. Are you following me or what? Yeah, so from above down, make sure that it's snugly. That method is better because it leaves the reservoir free here. And then you can tighten beautiful bow on it. And it works even better. The only challenge of putting condom from this way is that you start speaking with the accent. Well, this is the risk. But you are not done yet, because as you are about to watch the news, there is the TV remote which makes decision for you what you are going to watch, right? So you have to take a mini Hue condom, the remote, right? And to put it in the condom over the remote, tight it close, put it aside, and you are done. You are safe. You are safe to watch evening news. Well, the Hue condom has other application. When you are approached by people who are negative and use fear to manipulate you, you are smarter. You have Hue condom. But in this case, it's not enough to just put your condom on. you have to use the secret phrase, which is, hey, you. Maybe doctor, maybe boss, maybe your spouse. Hey, you. Before you go any deeper, let me put my you condom on. It's an important magic phrase, so why don't we finish our instruction with repeating that? Repeat after me. Hey, you.
Hey, you.
Before you go any deeper, let me put my Hue condom on. My friends, thank you very much for playing with me. I'm Wes Lucky, wishing you happy holidays, and don't forget, as you are leaving this place, put your Hue condom on. It's a tough neighborhood here.
One more time for Dr. West. Now, I couldn't see what was going on the stage, but did anybody else feel like they've been putting on condoms the wrong way? Because from what I was hearing, either I'm going to go home and have sex or I'll never have sex again. I'm not sure what was going on. And I liked his accent. Was he saying important or impotent? I wasn't sure. But I did hear my favorite. He was talking huge, unbelievably huge condom, folks. One more time for Dr. West. Ladies and gentlemen, let's keep this energy going. Next to the stage is Wavy Davy.
Okay, okay, all right. How y'all doing? How y'all doing? Or as my granny used to say, how y'all doing, Shug? How y'all doing, Shug? Now, for those of you who don't really know Citrus Southernese, that's my granny going, oh, look, here comes the sugar cube of my life, my grandson up the walk, blah, 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 blah. It's too hot in the South. We can't do all that. We gotta save our energies. How y'all doing, Shug? Yeah. Anyway, all right. So, my nickname is Wavy Davy. Wavy Davy. Wavy Davy. People like, I have the GB of a name like Wavy Davy. It goes like this. My dad's David, I'm David Jr. He's David, I was Davy. Some Shakespearean bard put Davy and waves in Florida. Wavy Davy, I'm stuck with Wavy Davy. Boom, I'm Wavy Davy. But I happen to be lucky enough to have a nickname that gets nicknamed. So my nicknames go like this. In the Citrus South, when it's really hot and people can't even begin to say a full sentence, they can't even say Wavy Davy's in the house. They go, wave, it's hot, it's so hot, wave. Then there's the one that I don't mind the ladies come say every once in a while. They go, oh, Wavelicious, you feel the jeans are very nice, Wavelicious, yes. And then there's the one that I got out LA, the nickname, and that was from the Salvadorians. They're like, oh, check these huevos rancheros. You're killing it, man. I love these, all right. So anyway, that's Wavy Davy, and I'm from Florida. Florida. I know you're going, oh, Florida, such a dumb place. I'd rather you think of it a little bit different. I want to think of it as exotic Florida. Here's a little bit. Imagine, this is me, young boy, summer vacation with the family, coast of Florida, sailing along, blue-green waters, just leaning on the edge of the boat, beautiful day, fish start coming right by me, right on the edge of the boat. I'm like, whoop, 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 whoop. I realize that the fish are being pursued by a pod of porpoise. Try saying that 3 times fast. Anyway, so boom, fish are going like boo, 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 and one right in front of me, fish jumps out of the water, bang, a porpoise nails him, takes it. Oh, that is exotic, people. That is Florida for you, for exotic. That is what I want you to put into your mind. Here's another one, here's another one. It goes like this. More like high school age, me and the boys, oh, they want to go water skiing. Good idea. Wavy likes water skiing. We go out, beautiful day, clap. The lake is like glass, we're sliding. It comes my turn, I get out. One thing was forgotten. It's alligator nesting season. I'm cutting way wide on the boat, coming close to the edge of the lake, and 75 feet in front of me, boom! Nose to tail, 11-foot mama alligator, madder than hell. She is right there. I have got no time to do anything. I'm getting closer and closer to the eyeballs of that thing. All I can do is just skeet right over. She ducks right at the last minute. You want to talk about ugly, mean? It was someplace between Ellen DeGeneres and Hillary Clinton's resting bitch face. That's how ugly this fucking thing was. It was mad. I was super mad. Alligator. That's exotic though, you gotta admit, it's not so duh. Anyway, here we go, one more, and that would be, and I'm gonna test you on this one. Has anybody here ever seen manatee mating? No, I have, and you can't unsee these things. Manatee mating. It was a beautiful sunny day in Florida. I'm walking along, I hear all this commotion. I go over this hill, in the canal, filling the canal is 2 enormous manatee there, winging it, a binging it, a boom, 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 boom. It was hard, it's hard to describe it. It was like, if you can imagine like 2 Macy's Day balloons tied in a rainstorm, whatever, or maybe 2 cloned Donald Trumps wrestling on an oil slip and slide, or that guy's parents after too many Mai Tais on a waterbed. Anyway, these are what I'm talking about is exotic Florida. I am Wavy Davy. It's a tough world out there. Seek peace.
One more time for Wavy Davy! Y'all got his name, right? Wavy Davy. We all heard that, right? Wavy Davy, that's good. I also realized when I first met him, this is weird. It is a weird night. I'm meeting a lot of people, again, for the first time. I remember when I left my 11-foot alligator out in the lake to go after some damn skier. It was weird. It was weird. That's a callback. Yeah. All right, ladies and gentlemen, coming to the stage next is Josh Moore.
Thanks, Chief. And I really wanted to say a special thank you to Ali Flores, our fearless leader. So he has been absolutely incredible, just fearless, except for when I want to talk about vaginas. And then he's like, no, you can't do that. This is a family-friendly show. So afterwards, I will be doing a private, adult-only show of my version of the vagina monologue. It's called the Gay-gina monologue. So anyway, I'm very gay. Very, very, very gay. And when I was born, as the little gay fetus I hit the religion jackpot. I was born into Jehovah's Witnesses. So my whole family's Jehovah's Witnesses, and the gay thing's really not accepted. So, so growing up Jehovah's Witness, it was really tough, and we had a lot of issues. I didn't even know the word for gay until I was in like 8th grade, because everybody called me gay. In fact, because my mom walked me to school every day until I was in high school, and I was just like, Mom, you gotta stop. I can't take it. So, your favorite Sunday visitors, we used to do it every Sunday, door-to-door knocking. And we get to the door, and usually the cutest kids are in the front. You know this? You know the cutest kids are in the front, so you don't slam the door in the face. It's a true story, I swear to God, it's a true story. So usually they had me in the back behind the adults. But on one day when I was like 8 years old, I had my cute little suit on. They're like, Josh, stand in front, stand in front. And they knocked on the door, and the guy came to the door and opened the door. He was completely naked under his robe. So I credit the Jehovah's Witnesses for letting me see my first penis outside my immediate family. And I knew. The only way I knew what the word gay was when I was about 6, 7 years old. My mom said, Josh, I think Michael Jackson is a little... And that's how I knew what gay was. So anyway, so COVID's been tough for dating. COVID's been very, very tough for dating. So my friends have been like, you have to get out there and date. So I joined Tinder. Anyone ever heard of Tinder? Yeah. Okay, so I get on Tinder, but I told my friends, I'm gonna lie about my age. I'm gonna say I'm only 32, because in the gay community, when you're over 35, when you're over 35, you're over the hill. I mean, you're really over the hill. It's like time for a nursing home over the hill. So I joined Grindr, and I learned really quick that if you have your underwear on, you're overdressed. Okay, there's like, those guys have no clothes on, and this, it's not going online. So I joined Tinder. I met a really nice guy. We went on a date. And he thinks I'm 32. I have 5 adopted children. He said, how old are your adopted children? I said, the youngest is 6. The oldest is 19. He says, well, how do you have a 19-year-old adopted son and you're only 32? And I said, man, he's got to go. he can do math. This is not good. So I have 5 adopted children, and I fostered a lot of kids. And so one of my foster kids got there, and when they drop a kid off for foster care, they just have a piece of paper. It says their name on it, it says my name on it, it says enroll them in school. That's all you get when you get a foster kid. So I got a foster kid, and I was like, cool. I live in a small little Jewish community in Detroit, Michigan. And I mean, it's all Jewish. And I looked down at the name of the child, and Hitler, Hitler. Holy shit, the kid's name is Hitler. And the social worker's like, it was like, we pronounce it Hillier. I don't care how you pronounce his name. I'm going to take him to this Jewish school, and they're going to see Hitler. The kids are going to be like, Hitler came to school today. So I'm like, no, we got to change the name. We got to do something, because again, they only give you the piece of paper. They write the name in there, and like, we're erasing this T. If it's pronounced Hillier, it's going to be Hillier. So we got that taken care of, and as the social worker is leaving, I ask her, I say, who names their child Hitler? She says to me, and this is an honest to God true story. She says to me, the mom told me she named the child Hitler because the hospital would not allow her to name the child Jesus Christ. True story. So in my head, I'm replaying this conversation, and I'm like, how do you go from Jesus Christ to Hitler? I mean, was there any other names that came in the conversation? Like, I could name him Napoleon. I could name him Mussolini. I could name him Jeffrey Dahmer. So I'm going to leave you with this. You're at SAK Comedy Lab, which is the incredible place to see shows. And I encourage you to come down on the weekends and stand out in front and just watch people. Has anybody watched people downtown? So I did that one night after class. I was waiting for my ride. And I was out waiting for my ride in front of SAK. And he was running late. He had to go get some weed or something. Something's going on. But, so I'm out there for a while. And I'm standing up against the wall just watching people. I got my hoodie on. It's cold. It's just within the past couple of weeks. And this Danny DeVito looking guy, without all the sex appeal, he comes by and he says, "Are you just hanging out or are you working?" Hello. But I'm an attorney. I've worked really hard in my life to get where I am, and I was like, this son of a bitch thinks I'm a prostitute. But all I could say to him was, huh? And he says it again. He says, "Are you just hanging out or are you working?" And I just really, really wanted to cuss him out, but that was the best $100 I ever made. Thank you. Have a good night.
One more time for Josh Moore! Straightest man I've ever met. What's weird is, first, Josh, before you go anywhere, I want my $100 back, by the way. Let's set that straight in front of everybody. I want my damn $100 back. All right, ladies and gentlemen, coming to the stage and wrapping up all of your graduating comments for tonight. So no pressure on you. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give it up for David Mutu.
All right. Give it up for Ali, our teacher. And Chief. I don't know how that happened. Last time I checked, Chief was an old Indian guy. All right, well, in case you're a little confused, first off, I'm from Trinidad, so please forgive my accent if it gets a little dodgy like a drunk girl at Mardi Gras. And this is my first time on stage, so they told me when I signed up this would be pretty hard. I can't see crap. They told me this would be pretty hard. So I thought back, I dug deep. What's the hardest job I've ever done? I used to work as an emergency medical technician in the 911 system back in Trinidad and Tobago for about 12 years. Now, I don't know how much you know about the EMS system or even Trinidad. For those who don't know, Trinidad is in the Caribbean. When you punch it in on Google, Google says who? And there are a couple of things you got to know about the English language in Trinidad, okay? You know, like in New York, people go, forget about it. The Jamaicans have Bumbaclad. We Trinis, we have, what the ass is this? Now, how we got there is because Trinidad and Tobago has a very abusive relationship with the English language. Okay? Well, actually, it's English, Spanish, and French. Wearing a trench coat, pushing new words on us like a drug dealer. Okay? That's how we got, well, what the ass is this? Alright? We don't like the letters T. We don't like TH, so that becomes D. And that's how it goes. We leave out syllables, stuff like that. So, but became bu, what became wa. This became this, TH. Ass, I mean, who doesn't love ass? Is, that's the sentence verb, we're not animals. And this, right? That's this. But what the ass is this? Alright? Anyway, so back to my toughest job before this one is EMT. I remember the second day on the job. I mean, just finished school, training, everything. Second day out. we got dispatched to I never forget this one, 27-year-old female with abdominal pains. Okay, sounds simple enough. Now it's my second day, I'm still nervous, and I'm driving. I mean, it's an ambulance with sirens. Who wouldn't want to drive? Right? You let out the road rage, use the sirens, everything. So, I get there. All right, where we're going? 7th Street. Code 2. No sirens? I'm in. All right, so, where we're going? 7th Street, quarter mile, code 2, Donald Pace. All right, code 2. That could be, indigestion, hangover. Bad enough to call an ambulance. 2 minutes go by. Thanks, Conan. Now I know why those flamingos looked like they were high on Xanax. Now I know that's what we passed. So we keep going. Code 2, Donald Pace. This could be appendicitis. Oh crap, second day on the job, appendicitis. You could feel the nerves coming up. 5 minutes go by, we pass a herd of cows. But they're not grazing. They're actually riding up a bus, eat more chicken. I'm like, okay. That's weird, but okay. Keep going. Code 2, Donald Pace. This could be, alright, please be just indigestion. I can deal with that. We passed a bunch of chickens doing a KFC survivors meeting. I was like, oh crap, 15 minutes, I lost a patient. Partner says, calm down, calm down. Turn around, we're gonna find this patient. All right. Now you know those ambulances are the big box on the back? You can't just turn that around in the middle of the street. Right? So we back into this lady's driveway. This lady pops up like a porno magazine in church. And it's like, here. Partner and I are like, oh, goddamn. So he runs in, I go in with the stretcher behind him. It's like, all right, code 2, abdominal pains. All right. So, I get there. David? Yeah. Here. Guys, we have a baby girl. This is why we're here? Yes, it is. No, it's not. Yes, it is. Code 2, abdominal pains. Yeah, but she's not 27. So where do you think the abdominal pain comes from? Oh, you think that's bad? This guy says to me, look, David, you're new. You need the experience. So you're going to go in the back and do the patient care. So I'm in the back there now with the baby and patient. You know what nobody ever tells you about a newborn baby? They're slippery as hell. And you know the blue gloves that we wear? Combined with this slippery baby and the third world Trinidad that I was in with those potholes that are big enough to swallow an ambulance? We get going. Boom! Oh, crap. No, I did not drop the baby. Let's get that clear. That's not why I lost my job. Instead, patients start having pains again. Have any of you seen the very first Alien movie? Remember that chest burster scene with all the blood and all? That's what this was, but down here. And meanwhile, I'm like pulling this baby, trying to get supplies in to get the forceps. I'm all over the place. She's screaming, new baby is staring at me, and this one in my arms goes, well, what else is this? I'm David Mutu, thanks for your time.
One more time for David Mutu. Is anybody else having flashbacks? Because that was creeping me out. First of all, I was dropped as a baby. God's honest truth, slipped right out of my dad's hand. Boom! I was like 5 minutes old, and I was a preemie. It was weird. And I also have a pacemaker, so he's talking about stuff sticking out of the guts there. But it's weird because I thought he was my cardiologist for a second. Is your last name really Patel? Come on. You know, I'm not the only one. All right, ladies and gentlemen, first of all, I want to give it up. Let's all of us give it up for all of our graduating class. They have completed. the stage. So I want to thank you all for that. And before we end out the night, ladies and gentlemen, we have our headliner of the evening. You might seen him around town. Matter of fact, some of you might have stepped over him on the way inside before I woke him up to come and do his set. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give it up for the one and only Chris Ray!
SAK Comedy Club, how we feeling? Give it up for Chief, man. That guy is just such a great host. You're like bored of giving it up for every single person that's on. Like, all right, again with these people. Okay, great. Right? No, everybody did so good tonight. Let's give it up for them. All right. Let's give it up for Ali Flores. I'm kidding. I won't go any further. I won't fuck with you guys no more. I'm sorry. Now, my name is Chris Ray. In the 8th grade, they used to call me Chris Gay. Also Chris Piss. Whatever they felt was a good, appropriate thing. It's fine. I've been this little skinny. Do you see how small my wrists are? It's embarrassing. I have to buy women's watches. It's really, really, really bad. But that's all right, though. I'm from Orlando, right here. Yeah. And someone laughed really hard at that. I call it Orlando because we whore ourselves out here at the theme parks. You know what I'm saying? Anybody worked at the theme parks before? Yeah. You ever see an out-of-work Disney employee? Oh my God. They're like, I was at Publix the other day. They're like, right over here, the Chuck's Yam. We're at Publix. And it's right over there, Disney Point, that way. You're trying to apply here at Publix? What's going on with you right now? They're just like shattered individuals. It's bad. I used to work personally at Wet n Wild. Give it up. Yeah. You remember those Wet n Wild hot and summer nights? Whoa. Yeah, it was really embarrassing, man. Oh my God. You know? It was so bad that like when I was lifeguard of like the lazy river and people would be like making out and stuff, I'd be like, hey, it's a family park. Not a park to make families. Put that away, sir. You know what I mean? Dude, you will get a staph infection you whip that thing out in the lazy river, bro. You don't know what's in here. This is a giant size, like, children's piss area. Like, what are you doing? Don't do that. Now it's a parking lot in a hotel. Like, there's no more wet, there's no more wild. It is done. Man, you know what I missed? Can I just say how I look like I'm like about to sell you a car? Like, man, right? I look like I'm about to like wheel and deal you, brother. Hey, how's it going? Come get this lemon up off the lot. It's so bad. Used cars right now are actually doing really well. I don't even know what I'm saying at this point, but I just had a comment on this cheap suit. You know what I missed before COVID? I missed sneezing in public. Do you remember what used to happen when you used to sneeze in public? Does anybody remember what used to happen? No, they don't. You got some Karen like staring at you like not to do it ever again. God damn, man. Sneezing used to be fun. You used to say, God bless you. Right? And then a second time, God bless you again? 2 times in a row? It was great, man. Now you can't do that anymore. I almost had a hernia the other day, stopping my sneeze. Swear to God, I'm at Publix. All my jokes happen at Publix, by the way. I'm at Publix, and this lady, I'm like in mid-sneeze. I'm like that. And she like looks at me like, don't you fucking do it, man. Like, I'm like, God. I almost had a hernia. I was like trying not to sneeze. She like Hal Brown now cowed me like into like oblivion. I was mad, man. Because it feels good to sneeze. You know? Right? Like, it does feel really good to sneeze. Same thing as, like Q-tips. I don't know what it is about Q-tips, bro. But I put that Q-tip in there. This freaking arm just goes up in here, and I end up like this in front of the mirror. Because it feels good. It feels good. You know why it feels good? Sneezing generates the same feeling as 1/8 an orgasm. I'll repeat that. Sneezing generates the same feeling as 1/8 an orgasm. Do not interrupt my sneeze. I'm like, chill! 7 more to go, we're on the right track, all right? 6 feet, lady, 6 feet, all right? Jesus. I swear, that's why it feels good to sneeze, right? I have that Deborah at my office. I told her this fact. Wrong idea. She's got that never-ending sneeze. She's like, I don't even say God bless you. I'm like, Deborah, you fucking slut, bro. Like, greedy bitch. Like, slow down. She's 85. I shouldn't say that. Like, you little floozy. Go change your bloomers, you snail trailing bitch. Listen, it's a silly joke, all right? It's a silly joke. Did y'all catch the snail trail part? All right, cool. We're good then. We're good. We're good. It's so silly. I've done sales my whole entire life. That's why I look like this. I don't choose to dress like this all the time. I just have to. And when I say I've been doing sales my whole entire life, I mean my whole entire life. I was also a Jehovah's Witness growing up. So you don't know sales until you gotta do religious sales door to door. Bro, Jehovah's religion? Does anybody know what the Jehovah's Witness people do? It's called nothing. They don't do anything. They don't celebrate shit. No birthdays, no Christmas, no Valentine's Day, Arbor Day. Nah, fuck that. They're not doing it, all right? Do you know what you gotta do to sell somebody this religion at 8:30 in the morning? Like, this is not happening, bro. Like, come on. Like, no one wants to do that, except for, apparently Hispanic people love it. They're very, very cheap. You know what I mean? I was talking to this Spanish guy, and I'm like, he's like, no religion? Okay, so no holidays? I don't have to buy them Christmas presents? No birthdays? Look, I got like 9 keys, bro. This is saving me a lot of money. He's like, screw it, I'm Jehovah's Witness now, you know what I mean? That's the way I'm gonna do it. That's all the Jehovah's Witness people have. Like, it's just like cheap-ass people and lazy people, you know? I don't want to put up the tree. No, fuck that, man. I just say, no, okay, let's do it. It's so silly, but true, you know what I mean? Like, goddamn. Yeah, so I think, okay, so we're going to do just one more Jehovah's Witness joke. Because look, man, like, why don't they do Halloween? I'm confused. Like, this is the one time that they're gonna Colin Kaepernick this shit and just kneel and just not participate? I think it's a missed opportunity for Jehovah's Witnesses not going out on Halloween. It's the one night that everybody's gonna open up their door and you're not gonna go. You're a cult. You fit in with the creepy Halloween vibe, all right? Shit, man. That Spanish guy's like, wait, I don't have to talk to anybody else in my family ever again? He's like, yeah, no, I'm in. How we doing? We doing all right? God, man, this coat was a bad choice. It's freaking hot up here. So, like I said, I was raised Jehovah's Witness, and it's because I'm 100% Hispanic. Now, I know, the pigment of my skin does not tell this story. I look like a white boy, a gringo, but I'm Spanish, 100%, both sides, mom and dad, Cuban, all right? The problem is trying to convince other Spanish people that I'm actually Spanish. It's impossible. I can even be speaking fluent Spanish to the Spanish person and they still don't believe. White people, a little easy to convince. They'll just be like, por favor, manténgase a las dos puertas. They're like, damn, he's got that monorail money. All right. Shit, okay. That's it. White people, that's all the convincing they need. Spanish people, I can literally be like, por favor, ayúdame con el carro, está enganchado afuera, please, coño. Yeah, they're like, wow, that was accurate. Spanish guy is like, wow, puppy. How you do this? Like, was that a stone or like Bible? Like, wow, which one? I want to learn French. I'm like, no, man. Like, what do I have to tell you? And I'm like, look, there's a butter container in my refrigerator that doesn't contain butter, okay? It has arroz con candules, slice of chuleta, and a little aguacate, all right? And if you still don't believe me, I give him little sana colita de rana que no sana hoy, que no sana mañana, que le tiro los pedos, que le sana mañana. Coño, please. And then he's like, okay, help me with your car, okay? No, man, it's cool though. Like, the funnest part is when I get like a white girl that I'm dating, and they're like, they find out I'm Spanish, and they're like, Chris, oh, say something sexy to me in Spanish. I'm like, all right, so like, you know, I'm like, I put on my best Antonio Banderas voice, you know, I get ready. And I'm like, mis rodillas están sudando. Spanish people, glue me. Let them know what I said. What I say? I'll give you. I'll say it again. Mis rodillas están sudando. My knees are sweaty, man. Like, I'm just fucking with her at this point. You know what I mean? Like, I'm sorry, dude. I'm just that kind of guy. You know? I'm still the same kind of guy that when I'm with that white girl, I'm gonna put on some music. But I'm not paying for my Pandora subscription. So she better get ready. Because we're going to be in the middle of it, and then all of a sudden it's going to be like, O'Reilly's. Hello, Parks. Oh! It's going to be like that. I'm glad y'all like my silly shit, bro, because like, that's where it's at right there. The snail trailing bitch, and then the gotta hit him up with the O'Reilly joke, you know? Gotta hit him up with that one. All right, so I'm gonna try and okay, so I went to Vegas recently, all right? Everybody been to Vegas? Vegas is a crazy place, man, all right? What's in Vegas is a lot of elevators. So do this for me when you go into an elevator in Vegas, all right? Go into the elevator, has to have other people inside of it, and then go to the back wall with your face against the wall, and then don't say anything. Until someone's gonna say something to you, because that's mad weird, right? So you just shout your floor number. That's the next instruction. Right? I was floor number 32. So the guy was like, "Are you okay?" 32! Press 32! Like this. He's like, "Okay." But I did this to a couple of people, and some people got right the fuck off. They're like, I'm not fucking with that guy. Other people were like, "Man, he's fucked up. Oh man, whatever," right? Then the one person, and it was just him in the elevator, right? It was just him in the elevator. He's like, "Man, you lost it all, huh?" I lost all of it, 32! So if you have a good time with people, go into elevators and freaking freak them out, because women do not like this at all, bro. Like, this girl wanted to fight me. It was bad. All right, so that's a new bit. I don't know where that's going, but we'll store that in for some other time. So anybody dating someone completely out of their league or way younger than them? An round of applause. Shut! Don't say that. He's definitely out of your league. No, I'm kidding. Yeah, dude. Okay, so I'm dating a girl that's 11 years younger than me. I'm 38. She's 27, okay? You gotta impress the younger ladies. You gotta have money, you gotta have the nice car, you just gotta do stuff, right? So I took my girl out for Cinco de Mayo, and I said, "Come back to my place." She hadn't come back to my place before. It's my place. The car got stolen from in front of my place. How does that happen? That's insane that happened to me, right? She ain't never fucking coming over again. This is like, she's done with that shit, bro. She's not doing it. Problem is that it was her freaking fault. It's her fault. We got drunk, she left her keys in the car. That makes it a little bit easier for the thief, don't you think? But I can't tell her that. You can't tell her that it's her fault, can you, gentlemen? No, you can't. It's definitely not her fault. I can't say that it's her fault, but she leaves her keys in her car all the time, man, like religiously, to the point where I'm like, someone's gonna see your car one day, and now this is the day that it happens, and I can't say shit. So I'm like calling the cops, and I'm like, all right, car got stolen. They show up with the community service officer. You know how degrading that is? Right? Like, I lost a $15,000 piece of machinery, and that's like I asked for Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, and Kevin Hart shows up like, like, I don't need you. You're not going to help me solve this situation. So they take the report, and they leave. So, of course, I'm looking up on our phone, so laptop's in the car. I'm doing my sleuthing shit, right? And we find out that the car is in Pine Hills. Yeah. Okay, y'all know where Pine Hills is at. All right, cool. See, I do this joke in different areas in Florida. They don't know what Pine Hills is. How do you describe, right? So I'm like, look, if you don't know what Pine Hills is, not a lot of pine, not a lot of hills, we're going to rename it for this purpose, Murder Popeyes. Because in this particular area, there is a lot of other things. Those two things are more prevalent than pines and hills. So we go to Murder Popeyes, and there's the car, bro. There's the car. It's perfectly there. I'm like, oh shit. Is the laptop in there? Is her baby seat in there? Like holy shit. Let me look inside. So okay, cool. The laptop's there. The baby seat is there. So is the thief. Okay. The thief is asleep in the car still. I'm like, it's 11 o'clock, bro. Like, come on, man. The market opened up at 9. Like, shit. I'm sure he plays crypto, you know? Sidebar, has anybody been stuck in a conversation with someone about cryptocurrency recently? Jesus Christ, I feel like I want to like put my hand into the garbage disposal and flick the fucking switch. I'd rather do that instead of talk about NFTs. So, we found the thief, we found his crack, we smoked it, we got an extra $200, there was a gun inside, it was cool. I'm still trying to figure out the end of that joke. Listen guys, I'll leave you off with this, man. My stepdad, Jose, is my favorite guy in the world. And the thing is that he's Puerto Rican. Any Puerto Ricans in the house? 3? What is it, like 3? Are we that far from Poinciana? Like, God damn. I thought I was doing a show in freaking Leesburg. I'm like, what is going on? No, but Puerto Ricans, everybody's been down to BVL before, right? Like, you can't stop at a traffic light without like the wah, or like, so that's my stepdad, right? Like, he's got all of these qualities. A very, very, very loud car with a big exhaust, right? Like, he's got a Honda EX with the Type S symbol in the front of the EX, so that everywhere he goes, he drives sex. You know? So it was Jose's birthday, and Jose looks like Yanni, like a Puerto Rican version of Yanni. Anybody know who Yanni is, right? That long-haired, beautiful Greek man with that big bigote, like it looks like a caterpillar across his face. That's Jose, but he's like this tall, right? And he's jacked, bro. And I love taking him places because I could talk mad shit, and Jose always has my back, you know? We went on the Carnival Cruise. That's it? All I got for Carnival Cruise? No one's been on it before? Okay, cool, I'll move on. Carnival Cruise is the party shit, right? People are like, woo! They're gonna freaking go insane when they go on this like 4-day, 3-night cruise to Ixtapa, Mexico, right? Like it's something stupid like that. But I make sure to get Jose the drink package. He was nervous because he wanted to make it right? He's like, Papi, how many drinks do I have to drink to make it okay? I said, 13. You gotta drink 13 drinks a day to make this all-inclusive thing work, Bobby. He's like, that's okay, I do it, that's okay. So it's like 2 p.m. in the afternoon, first day on the boat, and like Jose's like furiously looking through the karaoke book. He doesn't know like what to find, right? He's like, Bobby, go help me, I can't find my favorite song, please. I'm like, what's your favorite song, Bobby? Without missing a beat, Jose's like, the Pajama Song by Bob Marley. The what? He's like, do you know the one that goes, pajama, 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 pajama. That one. I'm like, that is Jammin' by Bob Marley, motherfucker. Like, what do you think is going on here? Like, do you know the words to Jammin'? There's no pajamas in that bitch, bro. Like, at all. Like, what's going on? Like, do you think that, like, Bob Marley and, like, the Wailers are, like, on stage in some onesies? Like smoking doobies, like, trying to convince you, Jose, to go to sleep in this song? Like, what's going on? It's like, ooh, pajamas! I want a pajama with you! Hey! Pajamas! And I hope you like pajamas too. Oh! Guys, thank you so much. That's my time. You guys have been great.
Give it up for Chris Ray, one more time, come on. Oh my goodness, did you have a good time tonight? Can we bring up the house lights? Can everybody give a big round of applause for all of your graduating comics? Okay, your job from now on is to support them if they decide to continue on this comedy track. They're going to go to open mics. It's going to be late. They're going to get drunk. And they're going to bomb. It's going to happen. The only one not getting drunk is Conan, because he's a fetus. And that's not happening. Although his dad was a student, so he might be drunk already. Because if I had that as a father. But they are amazing. Make sure you support them. Give them alcohol when they need it. Give them hugs when they need it. Give them support. Another big round of applause for all your graduates. When we exit, you guys have to head that way. They will be out in just a second, but we need to clean and do all that stuff. So if you guys could leave, thank you so much. We will see you next time. Good night, everybody.